I'm going to show you how to fix the stuck-on logo fault for this E551i-A2 Vizio TV. The most common issue we see is a defective NAND chip on the mainboard. Now, while you can get these mainboards used on eBay, you might also find out that they don't always work, and if they do, they might be near their end of life. So I'm going to show you how to fix these on a component level to ensure several more years of functionality. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Nick. I started Nick's Electronics Repair over a decade ago, and since then we have fixed over 26,000 devices. My first step is to bring the TV screen facing down on our workbench so we can remove that back cover and mainboard. A disassembly tutorial video is linked in the description below, as well as at the end of this video. Now that we've removed the mainboard, let's take a closer look at it at our workbench. If you want to fix this mainboard yourself, we do have pre-programmed chips available for sale on our website. That will be available in the description down below. A fair warning, however, these chips are difficult to solder and desolder, so unless you have the proper equipment and experience, it is likely that you might make this board worse. With that said, if you do want to give it a try, or if you're just curious, keep watching. I'll show you how I do it. I'm using a microscope to get a better view of what I'm doing, which puts me at an advantage. Now to start, I'm going to completely flood one side of the chip with solder until every single pin is covered. Now I'm going to slide one side of my tweezers under the chip and gently pull it away from the board while melting the solder with my iron. The idea is to melt the solder on all the pins at the same time so that I can lift the chip off of the board. Now we can do the same thing to the other side. And our chip is free and clear. Next, I'm going to use desolder wick to clean off the pads on the board. You want to be gentle here because the pads are fragile. They can lift and get torn off the board. If this happens, it will make the repair much more difficult. A pro tip, if you spend too much time on a pad, you will start damaging it, which will increase the chances of lifting it and tearing it off the board. So you want to be quick but gentle. Now let's give it a quick clean with isopropyl alcohol and a Q-tip to remove the spent flux. Now something I did was I did clean off our original chip so we can put it in our NAND programmer and verify to see how much life is left on it and if it is corrupted. I have placed our NAND chip in our TNM 5000 NAND programmer. We're going to go ahead and detect our chip. It is detecting as a 29F16G08CBACA, which is correct. We'll say yes. Let's start by erasing it. And we are detecting 2 bad blocks. Now for this specific type of chip, we always expect at least 2 bad blocks, so this is normal. We'll go ahead and program it now. And this will take a few minutes, so we'll come back once the NAND is done programming. Okay, it looks like the programming was done successfully. Next, we're gonna go ahead and verify. And that's gonna take another few minutes. And we do have a verify error actually that just popped up. So we are not gonna wanna continue. This means that we are programming 2 bad blocks, so we are going to have to actually toss out this chip. We cannot reuse it. I have now installed a new NAND chip. We're gonna go ahead and detect it. It is correctly detected. We'll go ahead and erase. And we also have 2 bad blocks, which should be okay as long as we do not program to them. Now this is a new chip, so we should have full functionality. We'll go ahead and do the programming. And again, we will reconvene in a couple minutes once it's done. Okay, it looks like the chip has programmed successfully. Let's verify. And this will take a few more minutes. Okay, and it does look like our verify was done successfully, so we're all set. For the installation, I'm going to start by adding solder to one corner pad. Melt that solder and slide the chip in. Now I'm going to lock in a second pin, making sure everything is lined up properly. And now I'll lock in the other side. Again, the same rule applies. You don't want to spend too much time either on the pins or pads with your iron, or you risk damaging the chip or the board. So to help me, I always add fresh flux. This will help with the flow of the solder. And as you can see, to finish up the job and make sure there is no solder left between the pins, I am motioning the iron away from the chip with the grain of the pins. Now I can remove the excess solder with the desolder braid. If you want to purchase the same tools we use in today's video, I will have affiliate links in the video description. Now we can do our final inspection with our raking tool to ensure all the pins are properly soldered down. Now I do want to clarify the chips that we sell are brand new and also come with factory default software. Okay, this concludes our NAND chip installation. Let's reinstall the main board into the TV and see what we get. Everything is reconnected. Let's see if we can make it past our V logo. And it looks like we can. As promised, here is our main board and back cover removal video. If you found this video helpful or useful, leave us a like, subscribe for more content, and thank you for watching.